Exhale completely. And inhale. Let it go. Inhale. Be here. Inhale. Now what? The third distinction in the realm of resilience is repair your part. It's all about repair. Here's the thing. When you trust yourself to no longer abandon yourself, you're cutting yourself some slack. You're allowing in some grace of, whoop, I got me. I'm going to focus here and cut myself some slack that I'm not perfect. If you're anything like me, you have a really high bar of how you want to conduct yourself, what sort of results you want to see in your life, and the overall level of extraordinary living that you're inviting in. You have a high bar. That's okay, but cut yourself some slack. Trust yourself to no longer abandon yourself, and then focus in on your hula hoop. It's coming automatically to me now. I'm creating these hand gestures for each of the distinctions to help us embody the wisdom in this download that I have received. Trust yourself to no longer abandon yourself. Focus in your own hula hoop and repair your part in the nightmare that's around you. Whew, that's a big part, a big word, nightmare. What is your part in the nightmare? Well, I bet you play a part in whatever struggles are in your life. It's part of my spiritual training in the 12 steps in recovery from addiction is to honestly appraise, what is my part in this? Whenever there's some element of disturbance, I am responsible. I get to repair my part in it, clean up my side of the street, if you will. And I invite you to do the same. So the first golden ground rule here is stretch the spiritual muscle of forgiveness. This is crucial when we're talking about repair. Repair is that sense of being willing to take ownership of your part in things. It is to acknowledge and then mend your part in the suffering or the breakdown or the nightmare. In order to do that, we must invite in forgiveness. I'm going to pause here for a moment and just invite you to visualize a map of forgiveness different than any way you've ever imagined it before. It does not mean that things are okay for whatever happened, that you condone it, that you accept it, that it was okay that it happened. This is not a judgment or an evaluation of good or bad, right or wrong. Forgiveness is a way of letting go of the idea that you will ever have a different past. It is forgiving time, space, and God, a miraculous entry point into your heart to work in ways that are indeed miraculous. Forgiving the notion that we are incredibly resilient. Remember, we're really building up this realm of resiliency here. We are marching in gladness of, okay, that happened. What's next? What's next? Forgiveness is crucial in this. So stretch your spiritual muscle of forgiveness daily. I'm going to be giving you a handy tracker that will go over all these nuggets that I'm giving you, and it will mark out each day of the week, and you can check, yes, I've done that. And there's space at the bottom for you to tune into your inner guidance system and put down what matters most to you. Because during this big pause, we are all given an opportunity to realign with what matters most. My offering to you is about optimal relational health, starting with self. Trust yourself to no longer abandon yourself. Focus in your own hula hoop. Repair your part in things. Stretch the spiritual muscle of forgiveness by dropping the stone of resentment from your heart. That's the gesture here. Feel that heaviness, that tightness, that grip in your heart. And release. Drop the stones of resentment. Second golden ground rule in repair is to eliminate these toxins from your interactions with self and other. Eliminate shame, blame, and criticism. This golden ground rule I bring all my couples into when I'm doing a couples coaching session. I bring all group members into when we have interactions with group members. I bring it into my own mind when I start going down that road of, oh, if only he had been different, if only he had done what he said he was going to do. Remember? No, trust that I'm keeping my word. Focus on my own business, because what's going on with him is none of my business. You get that, you're going miles in relational healing. I guarantee it. You will make serious tracks in the direction of your dreams if you quit thinking you know what's best for everybody else. If you quit imagining that other people would do better if they only knew better, and you've got to teach them better and you've got to fix them. The pinch. Release the pinch. Drop the rock. Release the stones of resentment and forgive everyone for everything, including yourself. Radical forgiveness. Eliminate shame, blame, and criticism. Shame is that toxic sense of they are unworthy. They could do better. It's discounting somebody from where they really are. It's discounting yourself if you direct it toward yourself. There's difference between shame and guilt. I'm giving you a lot here. 10 minutes, 11 minutes of digestible chunk of information, packed full. Watch this again. Take notes. Let in what you need. Let go of the rest. Shame is different than guilt. Guilt informs us that our behavior was a little off and we can do better. Learn from it. Shame is, I'm off. I'm no good. Not, I did something wrong. I am wrong. Shame is toxic. We eliminate shame. We eliminate blame. We take responsibility for our lives. And criticism, we talked about earlier, it's one of those corrosive termites that can erode the foundation of how you feel about each other. If I'm constantly critical of my son, I'm not, number one, but I can imagine if I were, that he would pick up on that. And by assuming that he's doing the best he can, I'm a heck of a lot happier, and it gives him a whole lot more space to simply be. Isn't that what we all need? Space to simply be? Beautiful. Third golden ground rule for repair. I love this one. You spot it, you got it. Own it. Here's the thing. There's no out there. So when something's irking you, it's within you on some level. A clear example. Someone says something in a meeting that really triggers you. You spot it, you got it. You're annoyed, you notice it, you want to go into that default mode network of shame, blame, and criticism, but you're doing it differently. You're repairing things, you're owning your part in it. You're not going to contribute to the pilakia. One way you can no longer do that is to think, where is this in me too? And if you can't find it, reach out and get help. Get help from a therapist or a coach. I'd be happy to help guide you, because there's some lost part of you, some unhealed aspect of self, some denied aspect of yourself that's getting triggered by this other person. You spot it, you got it. Let that be a bridge toward compassion. Let that be a bridge toward owning all aspects of yourself. As we claim our whole self, it becomes a journey of a tender heart, a journey of forgiveness, a journey of release. Repair your part in the nightmare around you. Inhale and let it go. Inhale. Be here, honestly looking at what's going on. Trust that you can handle it. Exhale. Inhale. Now what? Now what in repair is to really ask, what is it that I need to do here? Most people think repair means saying you're sorry. You can certainly say you're sorry, but just know that sorry is not an eraser. It doesn't take away whatever you've done. A beautiful practice in Hawaii is ho'oponopono. I'll be sure to give you these words if you're interested, and you can take them into your heart and see if they resonate with you. Ho'oponopono, to make things right again. It's a 4-step process in its nutshell. It's actually a rather rich ritual, which we won't go into all of it right here. If you want to unpack it more, reach out to me and I'll point you in the right direction. This is the bare essentials of Ho'oponopono. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you.